Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football. And that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column. But obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll be led out by the second quarterback chosen back in April from Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Fights him off. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. An option run with Tua. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He'll drop this underneath the Moss. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. Try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short. Whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range. And you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
A gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
19 yards. 1st down, Kansas City.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Well, the man with a big new contract, Myles Garrett, in there to take him down.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd down, it's Moss. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score Chiefs 3, Ravens nothing.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Devon Hamilton brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. John Brown, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
On 20-yard line.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A handoff to Moss on the option. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Tackle made.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Going with Moss on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 42-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Myles Garrett, his second sack of the night. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run here with Moss. Able to bust through the tackle, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Kyler Murray, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. 35-27, the final score. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Joe Mixon, a touchdown run in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. This is Tony Pollard. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And his throw here is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle here to Brown. John Brown, 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, an 80-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Those are the runs the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
To kick off.
Now Pollard. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Or they run the option on 2nd down. Breeze to the flat. That's caught. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Dawson Knox. A gain on the play. First down, Kansas City.
On 1st down. Give Gibson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. From the gun, it's Breeze. Able to find Isabella. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
To Jefferson on the slant. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
At the 3-yard line.
Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and this time he is in. Antonio Gibson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
John Brown now heading back onto the field as he gets set to go here. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way, and he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
6-yard line.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
2nd and 6.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 13 yards remaining on second down. From the gun, it's Tua. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Tua going to throw. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Tua. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump ball to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got it down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 24-yard.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Play action. Breeze. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he's got this down to the 35.
Antonio Gibson, ball carrier.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Antonio Gibson.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. This one caught by Isabella. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Quick throw complete, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. To throw is Breeze. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. Breeze to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
The 2-point attempt is no good.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here, and that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Right back to Moss. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw is Tua. Throw right side going to be complete to Moss. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Down to an knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it.
Tonight's final score, Ravens 17, Chiefs 15.